In their camps, surrounded by thousands upon thousands of soldiers of the Empire who have marched through frigid lands and death itself, the Emperor meets with Balthasar Geltz, knowing that for the first time in many, many years, there is an end in sight. They just received word that their soldiers had put the city of Prague under siege, and that their own armies are nearing full replenishment in order to march on the old dwarven city of Krakadrak that has since fallen into ruin in the hands of Archaon, the Ever-Chosen. If these two cities fall, they can finally turn their attention to kicking the dwarves out of the Empire and making it whole for the first time in a very long time. And then they can be at peace if the dwarves decide not to be too stubborn. Unlikely. Hello and welcome back to Fireside Improv, chapter 42 of this Karl Franz saga. And the forces of chaos, led by Archaon, the Ever-Chosen, have decided that the fate of Kislev will be decided outside of the walls of Prague. Depending on the casualties here, a siege may not be entirely necessary if enough of the defenders can be slain here, assuming that victory itself is won by the forces of Eldred, Kans, and Ralph. And here it is, ultimately the battle that Balthasar Geltz had been searching for. Great hosts under the walls, or near the walls of Prague, where the fate of Kislev is going to be decided. Ultimately, both sides waited for the reinforcements, and they are just spread out everywhere, a giant horde marching forward to try to smash the lines of the Empire. A mess of flyers try to gain control of the skies above the battle, while the lines start to clash. The lines of the Empire have entirely collapsed. They just can't hold on against the onslaught. Reinforcements do keep coming in, but it is not looking good so far. Some cavalry from Bretonia do manage to slip around to try to take down the cannons that have been battering the Empire lines. So there is some small amount of good happening, but not much. Ultimately, the battle is lost. Prague will not yet be able to be reclaimed. The forces of chaos have managed to get a little bit of momentum back. The survivors of the Battle of Prague are having to limp back to friendly territory to try to lick their wounds and recover their strength to perhaps try again. Eldred and Ralph mourn the loss of their comrade Cons, who did fall in battle to the forces of chaos. Though having seen the monstrosities that many of the followers of chaos became, they find it is better for Cons to have fallen than to have been captured and twisted, mutilated, had his mind destroyed by the forces of chaos. And so for that, they honor him and drink to his memory.
Praise be to Sigma.
I will marshal the men. To war!
Elsewhere, Gustav is able to clean up another of the Norscan armies that have been scurrying around the northern parts of the Empire. While Volmir does resettle Castle von Rauken again.
Ready.
And up in the north, Balthazar Gelt is sent to deal with another Norscan force. It does retreat as expected, but he is able to run it down and eliminate it.
I am ready. Are you? It is best to move.
Yes.
So it's all not terrible news despite the defeat at Prague, but it does set back the Empire and Kislev's push. But the Tsarina is also looking at marching on forward to help out as well. Now that more of her territory has been returned, she is able to take the offensive, something that the Emperor is glad to see. Some beastmen have appeared to lay siege to the distant outpost of the Forbidden Citadel. They do raise it. It is just an outpost, so not the end of the world, but something that needs to be kept in mind.
I am the Supreme Patriarch. Wind of Shammon, I will.
Praise Sigma. Very well.
Eldred is being sent down to help deal with the last Norscan force that is wandering around a little.
To the province.
Gustav is finishing off the colonization slash reconstruction of the southern oblast. The Emperor orders a little bit of reconstruction effort in the oblast before returning it to the Tsarina.
Yes, my lord. It is for the best.
And Volmir starts his march
Onwards.
over to Kislev to meet with Ralph to try again to push against Prague. The Tsarina stands alone against the forces of chaos streaming across the bridge. Ralph Koch goes ahead and stations himself right there to help her out.
I cannot follow this order. True servant of Sigmar.
Making it clear that she
Empire.
doesn't stand alone against them.
To strengthen the Empire.
Volmir also marches right
What does
back
the
up
Emperor
with
bid?
Gustav
Yes.
coming in behind.
Sound plan. All right.
The forces coming up now are even stronger than the previous ones that came up, as the Tsarina is there with them.
What?
And in the meantime, Eldred continues
war.
to hunt down the Norscan force that keeps heading a bit deeper and deeper into Empire
Sigmar
territory.
forbids this.
You summon me. Onwards! Let us begin.
Further north, the Emperor is ready to march out.
Into battle. Attack!
He wants to meet the Chaos General, but in the past they do retreat, perhaps looking for a more strategic place to do battle, or just being afraid of the mighty Emperor, who is pretty darn mighty. And the Tsarina marches on ahead across the river to do battle with Archaon. Only Ralph is close enough to join the fight, but join it he will. Tsarina knows of the defeats that the Empire faced last time they tried to march against Prague. She looks to help Ralph earn a victory to make up for that previous disastrous defeats with so many lives lost. The battle proves to be messy as lines break down almost instantly. Reinforcements stream, trying to get to the battle as quickly as possible. The Empire's cavalry meets the wolves of the enemy, the wolves of chaos, to try to take them down before turning their attention to the main battle lines that are forming.
Yes, General! For France!
Awaiting your command. Captain of the Empire! Battle awaits! Ready for orders!
So be it.
The Hellstorm rocket batteries get in position and try to fire into the Chaos forces that are attacking Kislev, but they are struggling to get through the woods.
This was not meant to be! Let us show you true power! That is true
Tsarina tries her best to hold off while the Empire forces deal with their flank and come around, but her forces are not able to hold on very well. The battle is starting to turn towards killing as many as possible so that the other Empire armies that are nearby can clean up what remains instead of victory here. Seeing the rockets continuously hitting the trees, Ralph does order them to be redeployed to try to get a better angle. Having redeployed, the sight lines are significantly better for the rockets, and they do start firing into the infantry that are trying to close the gap.
Weapons are yours! Hellstorm! Crew to cannons! We await your orders! Quick! Summon the Hunts Marshal! They are wavering! We will kill them all! Bring them to their knees!
Archaon has been running around the fields, causing chaos and mayhem. And ultimately, he is simply the deciding factor again and again, as he is just too tough of a bugger to take down. The day is lost, and the bodies of Kislevin's Empire soldiers and demons, Norskins, the damned, strewn the battlefields. Many were killed this day on both sides, and hopefully it will be enough for the other armies of the Empire to be able to come in behind and wipe out what remains. With the defeat again near Prague, the area is just getting strewn with more and more and more corpses to add to the corruption that already exists in the land. But with the weakened forces of chaos, perhaps soon it will be able to be retaken, and the land can begin to heal under the direction of the Tsarina.